This is a Fargo. Fargo is in North Dakota, not Minnesota. This is a Fargo production. This is my new sweater. Notice it's Argyle. Okay. This is actually a beanie, what this is. Like so. Fargo is a TV show I've watched. I like the movie too. Yep, today we'll talk about hats again. I know it's been a while. As Mr. Ole Andersson, which is me, has done a hat video. Well, this time we're going to talk about beanies. Beanie hats. A nice Fargo beanie hat. Yeah, I want to let you know about that. I got family in North Dakota. And they don't say Duluth. It's not a oot. It's Duluth. Duluth, North Dakota. And actually say duh. North Dakota. It's not Dakota. Yeah, you can say Dakota. Dakota. Oh, I'm thinking Minnesota. All these uhs. Well, Minnesota's also North Dakota. I like it a lot. It's the cold air, the snow. That's why they wear beanie hats up there. Of course, they wear regular hats too. But beanie hats also help protect your head in the wintertime, which is coming up pretty soon. Probably actually, most parts of the Northwest and the upper Midwest is already going through their winters in some ways right now. Back east, it's really getting crazy. When you say snow, you say Fargo. When you say oof da and oh geez, let's get a little bit closer here. That's better. When you say oof da and oh geez, it means you're from North Dakota. You also say yeah betcha a lot. Yeah betcha. They sound like Canadians. Ah geez. Oh, don't you know? There is snow. Actually, say the long O. There is snow on the road. Don't you know? Yeah, sure, you betcha. Don't you know? I wished in Arizona there was snow on the road, like in Fargo. And in Wisconsin they say, oh cheese. Oh cheese. I live in Arizona, so I have my own saying. Ah, jeez. I feel like melted Jarlsberg cheese. Don't you know? Yeah, sure, you betcha. Don't you know? I feel like melted Jarlsberg cheese. Because today, and it was today in Arizona, 89 degrees. That's why I like wearing beanies like this. Because it reminds me of the winter time and the cold. So when you say, don't you know, or yeah betcha, think about the snow in Fargo. Well, that's my Beanie Hat production. And Andersson, Olaf, Andersson production. And don't forget the little Scottish wear I got. I like wearing this stuff because it reminds me of Scotland. Most it's got the X. And X marks the spot. But really X is a symbol of Scotland. That's what I like about it. It's got the diamond shapes, which is really cool. Made out of sheepskin. I mean, out of wool, sheep wool. Really good sheep wool, by the way. Anyways, this is supposed to be about beanie hats. I know it is. Anyways, you like wearing beanie hats. Wintertime is one of the best time to wear it. As people say in the upper Midwest, don't freak. Jeez. Or you could say, oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Remember that part in Fargo where the guy got shot in the movie? Oh, jeez. The word oh, jeez was said a lot in the movie Fargo. Oh, jeez. Jeez. Even the TV series Fargo, the first and second seasons of it. Oh, jeez, yeah. Yeah. They did a lot in the upper Midwest. Yeah. Oh, jeez. I like what they do in Wisconsin. Oh, jeez. Now, Fargo was filmed in Wisconsin instead of Minnesota, because that show Fargo, the movie 2, was not really in Fargo. The show, the movie, was filmed in Minnesota. But the thing is, I guess they want to make a movie about something about the upper Midwest, where most of my family lives. All the Andersson Harriets live in the upper Midwest. I know my sister and my mom live in Colorado. I got some cousins in various places too, like Nebraska and Missouri. But when it comes to my last name, most of the family originally and also still is in the upper Midwest. That's why I wear Fargo. Yeah, you see a guy using a gun, the person dies. Well, that's the TV show and the movie. Gotta have a little bit of interesting stuff in it. It'll be rather boring. But just remember, when you think about Fargo, oh, jeez. I like, the beanie hats are cool to wear. Notice there's all kind of interesting designs on this thing. There's even words on this thing. I didn't realize there's even words on it. Huh. Get a little more close up. Anyways, Fargo 3, I felt, oops, put my hat back on. My beanie hat. I thought Fargo season 3 it was kind of weird and bizarre. Of course the first 2 seasons were too, but I thought the 3rd season was kind of disappointing. I really was disappointed in the fact that it didn't get a Tony Award either. Or what do you call those TV awards? They didn't get one. The first 2 seasons were fantastic. I recommend anybody to watch the first and second season of Fargo and also the original movie. And the reason why I'm wearing this sweater, because this is what they wore in the 80s. Argyle sweaters and Argyle shirts was a big thing in the 1980s. And the original movie did take place in the 80s. You know, it came out in the 90s, the movie came out in the 90s, I think it did. Anyways, the movie setting takes place in the 80s. That's why I'm wearing an Argyle sweater. Right, to let people know that this is what the 80s was about. I recommend anybody watch the movie and the TV series. Even though it does have some kind of strange stuff in it. I'm also glad the fact the Vikings beat the Lions this morning. Hey! Minnesota does it again. Alright, have a good night. Hat season 2, is it? Well, I'm going to make this hat season 3. Beanie Hat. Okie dokie then. Oh, jeez.